I really cannot understand that APC will have to stoop so low in cloning Peter Obi's international passport just to make him, get into trouble at the airport. No wonder Festus Keyamo was very swift and very fast to spread the rumor that obedient, why not ask your presidential candidate why he was arrested at the airport? So that means you guys already know the plans you already hatched. You're just waiting for him to get there. But it simply means your passports, my passports are not safe with the Nigerian immigration anymore. In fact, the British immigration needs to be questioned. I hope their hands are clean in this. Must APC always result into criminality to get things done? Must they resort into crimes to get their way? From faking bishops and Christian leaders during the Tinubu campaign to cloning PVCs for children to vote up north. Now let's ask ourselves again these questions. Is this how APC, the Tinubu administration, with the help of Festus Keyamo, the Lai Mohammed, is this how they are going to lead Nigeria with lies and deceits? I like the way this Labour Party spokesperson shed so much light on it. Please watch this video and see.
A spokesperson of the Labour Party, for us to find out from her what exactly led to the unpleasant experience of Peter Obi in the United Kingdom and what political fallout, if there ever was, has ensued from it. Thanks for joining us this morning. What are the issues? Is Peter Obi, the candidate of your party during the presidential election, being hounded by the federal government of Nigeria? And could you tell us in precise terms what actually happened to him at the London airport when he was interrogated and, as we heard, when he was detained? Is he out now? Is he back in Nigeria? And what was his offense?
To shed any light, as far as we know, those questions, you should be asking the Nigerian government that question. They're the ones that have the answers to why his international passport, if at all, could have been cloned. They're the ones that have the information and the national identity card processing that even happened. So who has access to our database, in our passport offices, in the national database? Who has access, if not the Nigerian government? Because it's very strange to Nigerians to wake up in the morning and hear that His Excellency Peter Obi's identity has been cloned. So that is, for lack of a better word, that is a huge omission on our security. Who is able to breach Nigeria's security in such a manner? Those are the questions that we are asking, because, like you pointed out in your introduction, it's seemingly as if at every point in time everything is being thrown at us, including the kitchen sink, and we're wondering why. Just because we have come on board as a force to reckon with, just because we have come on board and we have come to change the political discourse in Nigeria, just because we have come on board, we ask questions. You say we should go to court, we are in court. I don't understand why we are being hounded on a daily basis. I don't understand why it would seem as if the government and the spokespersons that even represent this party, the APC, just seem to think it's okay. Their spokespersons come out and all they do is hit, everything that they have. And most of the things that they say are quite preposterous when you look at it. When you listen to Arise recently, I talked about Mr. Festus Keyamo and his utterances and how they've been asking for our arrest. Nigeria is a country governed by law. We have rules that govern us. If anybody has breached those rules, then they in themselves can also go to court. Why not toe the line of restraint the same way our presidential candidate has done? Why not toe that line?
Peter
Obi has denied rumors or even media speculations that he was issued a letter of apology by the British government in connection with his detention at Heathrow. Now, where do you think those rumors emanated from? And what is Mr. Peter Obi's stance right now as it is regards to receiving a letter of apology over the detention incident, or has he moved on from it? Secondly, there was a fake picture that was shared by members of the opposition showing the chairman of Nigerians in the diaspora, Abike Dabiri, superimposed with Peter Obi. She appeared to be, liaising with an immigration officer. Now, how would you describe that scenario?
Why not celebrate your selective win, if you would like to? That's how I see it. Why not celebrate those wins? Why are you attacking? And I'm very glad that you mentioned a superimposed meme that kept going on around those photos of Abike Dabiri with Peter Obi. Why go so far to tell lies and foment trouble when there is none? Foment trouble with people who aren't making trouble with you. What we are just doing is we're asking questions and we refuse to forget. They've done everything but show us sincerely that they really do want to bring in a government of national unity. Everything that they've done, the utterances of their, Mr. Onanuga very recently referred to the obedience as sons of blankety blank blank, and that was quite traumatic, because you would expect somebody in his early 60s to behave better, to do better. You see, very recently, Lai Mohammed, the Minister of Information, running to Washington to go and call for the arrest of Dr. Yusuf Deti Baba Ahmed, for the arrest of Peter Obi, and I'm wondering, why are they always so ill-advised? Why go to, let me tell you a story. Recently, I listened to Chief Emeka Anyoku at a lecture in Lagos. One thing I took away from the thing he said was that he was now being given an appointment and he had to meet with the president of the time, late President Shehu Shagari. And he said that the president said to him, I know that you have been always speaking against my government, and and he said, let him take a leaf from Winston Churchill, where he said, Mr. Churchill said every time he was abroad, away from home, he would always, restrain himself from speaking against his home government. He would not speak against the British government in any form or fashion. But every time he came back home and he was on British soil, he would now, make up for lost time. That's how a government should be run. How do you start running to America to go and start asking for the arrest, and that's where you give? As the Minister of Information, I do expect such a man in such a position to sit down and talk with the Nigerian people. The time he used to get on a plane could have been used judiciously on home soil to speak to Nigerians, to say to Nigerians what it is they have to offer Nigerians as the Minister of Information, not to just go around and you claim somebody's being insightful and you turn around and do exactly the same thing you accuse another person of.
But has Mr. Peter Obi moved on from that particular incident? Do you think that he's still expecting an apology letter?
Peter Obi is not somebody that holds grudges. He's been, even throughout the elections, he's been a very, very, very civil individual in speech, in action, in the ways that he does his own things. If I know Peter Obi very well, His Excellency Peter Obi, I want to believe that he has moved on from it. If there's anything to be held against, he's the sort of person that, he obeys the rule of law. And we always say that with a lot of pride. He's not a vindictive character in any shape or form. There's no rhyme or reason why, if the British authorities have good reason to have wanted to check his passport because somebody was cloning it or somebody had cloned it, I doubt if there'll be no reason why he won't move on from such an unfortunate incident. He's a great man. He's a good man.
What exactly has Peter Obi done Or what exactly? I think there's more to this. Now look at the picture they even did with Abike Dapiri. Just look at the Photoshop. See the way it is. Abike Dapiri was supposed to be sitting with a soldier, the man on uniform. But look at the way he was photoshopped beside Peter Obi. Even this Peter Obi was someone else. Look at it. They had to photoshop Peter Obi to be sitting in the guy's position, facing this white lady. Wow. See how shabby it is? So APC, you guys feel Nigerians are dumb, right? And we know that this was photoshopped and edited. You guys must be joking. This is so petty and condescending for you guys. You guys just won. Please celebrate your victory for once, rather than going about making trouble, especially with your utterances and causing chaos. And you say we should not ask this Buhari-led government, these APC cabinet members, if truly they are Nigerians. Honestly, this is becoming too much. So I ask again, are we still safe in Nigeria? Our data and details safe with our government? Does that mean you and I, anybody can just be easily, implicated because our details have been cloned? It is well. I'm signing out. Peace out.